it took me a real time to start to stand up for myself again. All of last year, I just kept surrendering and surrendering and surrendering. And every time I surrendered and reclaimed power, I then would do more journaling. I would do more meditating. I would do more praying. Through the whole year of surrender and loss, I believed more. My faith grew. I started speaking about it more. I started sharing it more. I started telling it on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and trying to solidify that truth and that reality. I lost my partner in October. I moved away from my partner 5 weeks later, and I healed myself by myself with no one around. The only resources I have were gifted to me. And for some reason, I can't even get a rejection anymore. I cannot get anything out of this life that I need, that I really need. It's not perceived and it's not a dramatic statement. I don't know how I'm going to make it. And the only thing I can imagine trying now, if I can sell these things and get through another 30 days, is to do the opposite of everything I've been doing. And that means that my faith is completely broken and shattered. I feel totally forsaken by God, the universe, the archangels, ascended masters, ancestors, angels, spirit guides, all of it. All of it. And even in my crumbling, there are so many signs and synchronicities. And I just keep saying out loud, I don't care. I really don't care. I don't trust anymore. I don't believe anymore because I can't even get the breadcrumbs. And I challenge anyone that knows me to show me a better person, to show me somebody that's more loving and more kind and more generous with their spirit and their energy, that's more aware. Even here, even in my darkest times, the new people I've met, I've been helping them. I've been doing everything I can for everybody. And I have nothing left. I have nothing left to give. I've applied and applied and applied, and even the vision that I had starting last April, that this dream popped into my mind, and I did the mirror work, and I wrote it in my journal, and I really believed, okay, like if I can ask for anything from a limitless universe, this is what I want. And I was shown that thing January 2nd. And it was exactly what I wrote. It wasn't, and I didn't write like, oh, I want this one simple thing. I was like, I want this thing with this and to do and this and this. I mean, it was so specific and so detailed. And then when I saw the thing, it was the same. It was so specific and so detailed. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I was totally in shock. Anybody who's been around me would say he was like really, really like it drove home all of his faith and belief. And I believed that by now I would be coming here saying, it happened. It fucking happened. I did it. And sharing then with all of you how to receive your vision, and that in order to receive it, the bigger it is, the more degrees off of your current life it is, the more you're going to have to give up in your reality, in your everyday experience, in order to receive that. And I believe that 2 days ago or yesterday was the day. But no. And not only not that, but not anything else either. Not the big things I've reached for, not the small things, not the dreams, not the crumbs, nothing. Nothing. The universe just wants me to keep giving more and more. Not only letting go, but to give more to everybody that comes across my path. And I don't have anything for myself. The few friends that I have, they've been as great to me as they can be. But, I'm not their child. And so there's a limit to what other people can, will, or are willing to do to keep you afloat. And I believed the whole time that, like, any minute, God was just going to come through. Life can change in the blink of an eye, for better or worse. So why does it keep getting worse? Why does it keep getting harder? Why do I feel and experience the reality that I'm more desperate? And again, not the dreams and not the crumbs, not even the things that I would be willing to settle for have come through, and not even a rejection either. For me, rejection does mean that there's something better for you, but it's like I don't even exist. It's like I didn't send that email. I didn't fill out that application. It is like I do not exist. And I've gone from one place to another place because I saw opportunities. And then when I got to that place, the opportunities were back where I started. Even the big thing that I saw, that was exactly what I wrote in my journal, exactly what I said to myself in the mirror work. It's back where I started. And had it come in, if it still does, I have to go back to where I started. Which would be fine because I was removed from that, so everything could shift around, so that I could heal, so that I could make up for lost time, so that I could meet people, so that I could live in a beautiful place. It is so stunning here. It is so beautiful. Every single day I look at the sky and I just say, my God, this place is so beautiful. It's so beautiful. But in this reality, in this life, we can't survive on that. And I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm trying to find a way to survive another 30 days. and then do the opposite of everything I've been doing, to stop caring so much for everybody else who doesn't care about anybody but themselves. The narcissism of people is overwhelming these days. And we're supposedly in the fall of the narcissist, in the autumn. Spiritually, they say that the veil got thin and then the veil fell. So people can't mask anymore and pretend that there's something they're not. And I've seen that play out in my life. But guess what? They're still winning at life. They're still paying their bills and traveling and eating and having a home, and they're all still fine. Even if they can't fool us anymore, they're still fine. They don't even have to own being narcissists and selfish assholes. But they're still fine. The universe is still letting them be fine. God is letting them be fine. The angels are letting them be fine. The archangels are letting them be fine. The ascended masters are letting them be fine. The angels are letting them be fine. The guides are letting them be fine. And all the ancestors are letting them be fine. I know I'm not the only one going through this. Astrologists will say, oh, well, yesterday Neptune moved into Aries and Mars and, whatever, and you're in Aquarius. So, there's like a nuclear bomb has gone off. Yeah, that's very accurate. And that nuclear bomb was in my faith and in my belief system. So I regret sharing anything, because the last thing I want to do is mislead others. The last thing I ever wanted to do is reassure anyone that what they were believing and following was true, when it was only going to lead them to more loss, to not being able to survive in this life. I don't hate anyone. I'm not mad at anyone. I'm not bitter with anyone. I'm totally disillusioned. I'm totally disillusioned with my spirituality and what I believed was the right, best way to live, to call in what you deserve, to have a life that you can enjoy, that is so much bigger than yourself and so much bigger than money. But if any of it's true, how can I be forsaken in such a way that I cannot survive anymore, and I don't even have anywhere to run to? There's nowhere to go. So if I'm here in 30 days, I'm here in 30 days. And changing the way that I live and act and believe has worked. I'm not seeking approval from a higher power anymore. I don't really care. I really don't care anymore what any God or ascended master or angel, I don't care what they think of me, because I'm experiencing now what they think of me. I've done everything the best I can. I've studied multiple religions. I've studied so many different esoteric beliefs, tribal beliefs, spirituality, numbers, stars, planets. I have gathered so much information and crafted my whole personality around that. Even when it wasn't natural, I forced myself to change. I forced myself to be better, to be more kind, to be more loving, to give more to others, to swallow anything that happened to me that didn't need to be fought for. I'm going to go to part 4.